There we are. Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Dr. Adrienne Williams. I am a very blessed Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus, and I'm here tonight to talk about our health and wellness, our Wellness Wednesday, with a specific focus on plexus and allergies, as well as inflammation. So, I have one there I'm going to admit. So going to share my screen now, and I'll talk through my testimony and testimonies of others as we move forward through the presentation. Okay. Thank you all for joining us. Here we are. I'm going to do the slideshow. So, why plexus? Why now? I didn't really know much about plexus prior to 2019. I had not heard of it, although many people feel or hear of it as weight loss. I did not need to lose any weight. I'm going to go ahead and forward this, show you my testimony here. I am a dentist here practicing in Houston, and I'm a mom of a son. We have one son in our home now. We have older children as well, but one son, his name is Christopher. You'll meet him later. So in 2019, I was struggling with really sleep, with energy, with aches and pains, and being 40 plus and a practicing dentist, I felt as if these are probably just going along with the territory that come along with the territory of just being older and hunched over a chair all the time. I like to stay physically active, but when that was starting to become impacted, I started to look for help in that area. And what I found was way more than help with the aches and pains. And as I began to feel better, I really wanted to understand the science behind what was happening, as well as help others within this, because as far as my allergies and sinuses and elimination issues, those were chronic. Though that had been almost my entire life, as far back as I can remember. And when that got better, I felt like this was something the world needed to know, because to me, that was lifelong, and that's what I had been told. This was just something you would have to deal with. This is just something that you have, and I put that in air quotes, because a lot of us start to claim issues and things as our own, whereas they actually can be improved, and they can be better. Your life can be better. Didn't realize how impactful it was on my life, not being able to breathe. Oh, okay. We'll do that again. We'll do that later. Sorry about that. All the time, and suffering from not just seasonal allergies. I know a lot of people suffer from seasonal allergies. It was year round for me, and debilitating headaches that went along with that. So it was just such a blessing to me. I really wanted to get the word out, and that's how I became to do this as a side part-time, anybody who would listen to me gig. Okay. Like I said, I started to do the research for us as I changed slides, and just wanting to learn more and have a better understanding of what really was happening. So again, thank you for joining us. If I haven't said that yet, optimal health really is a big deal. And what we found in the last few years, it's really starting to become, with the pandemic and things, we realize truly what a big deal it is. And with what Plexus understands is the impact of blood sugar and wellness and inflammation, sometimes we call that the inflammation eye, and gut health, and the big three of those things really do impact our overall well-being and our overall health. So as far as Plexus, the products that they have introduced into to us deal with these core issues, and it has a huge impact on the overall system. So it is not a medication, it is a supplement. So it is not a substitute for eating well and exercising and sleep. However, it does help you do those things as well, but they aren't substitutes, and they're not going to Plexus will never say that they can help treat a disease because they are in a vitamin supplement category, and nothing, no product on the market will ever say that because of FDA regulations. But what I can say is my health and my allergies and my inflammation, which led to a lot of body aches and pains, all of that has been greatly reduced. And I have so much improvement in those areas that I really just want to share with everyone about that. Okay. So here's a testimony. You can see the puffiness in her face. This is Christy. And so she struggled for years with uncontrolled blood sugar and headaches like me, blood pressure issues, tiredness. She was overweight, which inflammation will cause one to maintain a heavier weight and make it hard for you to lose weight. That's inflammation, not just extra pounds that because you know just can't lose the weight. We start thinking about and talking about this as an inflammatory issue. Overweight and weight gain is one of the symptoms of inflammation. So I just want to impress, I'm going to keep saying that because we treat inflammation, once we start to look at inflammation as the root cause disease and some of these other things that we've been calling like a disease or a diagnosis, which they are. High blood pressure, absolutely. Allergies, asthma, absolutely, those are diagnoses. But if you start looking at the broader picture and see them as the symptoms of inflammation, when you get to the root cause of the inflammation, you will see a dramatic decrease in all of the other areas. And that is that's what we have seen. I can't promise that for you. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball, but this is what we have seen is a drastic improvement in these areas that people have a lot of struggles with here in this country. So you can see, and she has come off of 8 prescription medications, and she might have a headache here and there. She's lost the weight. She has lots of energy. So you can see that, I think in her face and her smile. She's such a sweet person. None of that has changed, but she's feeling better. I love this one too, because you can see the inflammation in her face. She's doing the same selfie in the mirror, but she suffered with seasonal allergies and sinus infections, waking up tired. And that was that. So I resonate with that. I would wake up tired and with headaches, and that's from all the inflammation. And when you lie down, it kind of builds up in your sinuses. So I can understand that, although I didn't have a weight to lose per se. That's why I think I mentioned that earlier. And with Plexus, a lot of people think weight loss, but it's so much more. I love these testimonies. She's showing up for the best for herself and wanting to be a better version of her. This is my son, Christopher. So he's, I think this is a fairly recent picture, and he is 12 now. Cannot believe it. But when I started with Plexus, he was, I guess, 9. And like his mom, struggling with elimination, going to the restroom, struggling with allergies and sinuses. We would go to the allergist, and we got our testing together. And it wasn't something that I wanted him to experience, but I understood it because it was my story as well. But that was the beginning of 2019, I believe. We went to the allergist together, and what the allergist told us was he should also take allergy shots like me, and to decrease his chances of developing asthma, because what they saw was along the way, kids who had uncontrolled allergies, it would develop into asthma. It's not the first time I heard that, because when he was a baby, when he was born, he had little bumps or a few months old, and the doctor said it was called baby acne. And she said it was related to allergies, and it would turn into eczema. And, so I was starting to hear, well, these are early signs of the common thing that every kid is experiencing, that I hear, that comes to my practice and things like that. There's allergies, there's eczema, there's all this huge just influx or increase of these things in our kids. And I wanted to figure out what we could do. I wanted to take a different approach if possible, but I understood maybe not. Thank God along the way comes Plexus, and I introduced the products to him as well. He does not need to take daily allergy medication like we were before. We have not needed to do the shots. He did have like a rash, like an odd rash. It wasn't quite eczema, but that has dissipated as well. So I know that starting him on a regimen of probiotics and thinking about understanding prebiotics and what we need to do, and thinking about the things that may be more inflammatory to his system that we could avoid in our house and as just a family, that's been the gift of Plexus. Okay. Another testimony. This is my sister, Rachel. She too, we were along the same lines of the allergies and the sinuses. And I followed in her footsteps in getting a sinus surgery, I believe in 2018, to reduce the inflammation. She was a couple of years ahead of me there. We both still struggled even after having the surgery with the issues, sinus infections and things. Now, what we were both told was you have to decrease your overall inflammation. And neither, she's a pharmacist, I'm a dentist. We really didn't understand or know what that meant. And I don't know that the doctors necessarily knew exactly how that would tell us that, but I think they really do see, they saw the connection, because they said it's inflammation, and it's inflammation and swelling in your sinus cavity that's trapping the mucus. So you've got to decrease that. And what a world of difference Plexus has been for her as well, because she no longer suffers from the chronic sinuses and allergies as well. So basically, we found the missing link. Tiffany Wilson also has a very strong testimony as far as a decrease in sinus and inflammation. And we all live in Houston. It's tons of mold here because we are on the coast and it's very moist, lots of humidity. So it's one of those things that has happened in a very dramatic way, but it's really science. It's nothing, it's not a miracle. These are more testimonies from others around the company. And most, you can see some weight loss, but some it's just in the face. You see the decrease of puffiness that's come along with inflammation. So like I said, Plexus is a series of, it's a supplement line that can help you get on the right track with your wellness. And what I found was most people, it's a catalyst for change in their life, and they are able to make better choices and feed their body with better nutrient-based foods when they get their gut health, and then they get their blood sugar more in control. They're able to make better food choices and have more energy to move their body. So it becomes that catalyst and that stepping stone for better overall wellness. Plexus is an accredited business with the Better Business Bureau. They make quality products, 100% vegetarian and gluten-free whenever possible. They make a wide range of products and focus on every aspect of health and happiness. So helping your body get rid of the bad stuff and paving the way for better digestive health and feed the system to benefit the body and the mind. They are a philanthropic organization as well, donating to Feeding America. One of their flagship products, and one of the products that I started with and also shared with my son, Christopher, is Triplex. So Triplex is for gut health balance. I mentioned in the first slide there, the G being gut health, and gut health is a balance of microbes that live in the intestines, that we should have an abundance of beneficial microbes that help all of our bodily functions. Unfortunately, we have an abundance of unwanted microbes that's being fed from poor food quality, processed foods. We're eliminating a lot of our good microbes through antibiotic use and prescription and over-the-counter drugs, that our bodies aren't able to achieve that good balance without supplementation. So prebiotics is the food for probiotics, and probiotics, those are our beneficial microbes. So this system has products to help rid the body of the harmful microbes, or just to get a better balance, because we don't want to get rid of anything, because the balance is really, really critical here. And that's just really anywhere, even in the mouth, it has to be the right balance. So we do, this is not a harsh cleanse, but it does help you eliminate. And ProBio 5 is the probiotic. So that's the other component of Triplex, and it is gut-friendly probiotics. And the prebiotics is found in a drink. The little packet sticks at the top of the screen. Those help seed the gut and feed those probiotics to help them thrive. Now, something that helps the harmful microbes thrive, like I said, antibiotic use, but also sugar, because a lot of the harmful microbes in our body are being fed with the high sugar content that's in our food sources. And it is a candida yeast, which candida in your intestines wreaks really havoc in your system and drives up inflammation, because our body can't deal with all of that yeast in the system. It floods out into your circulation and triggers inflammation all over your body. So the ProBio 5 helps get rid of that yeast, because it does have an antifungal. That's what makes this probiotic stellar. They really work in sync. They work they work very well to reestablish that balance, and you can feed the gut and improve your gut health, and that will also lower the inflammation. This other product is the Slim, another version of Slim. This is a hunger control version of the Slim, the prebiotics to help feed the good microbes. And it's designed to help. It's a fiber base. Both of them are fiber based, and this one is designed with a thicker fiber to help you feel more full, and also helps. So therefore, there's weight loss that can come with that if you are feeling more full. It also helps to balance the glucose. Both of them do glucose metabolism, and that's with chromium. There's beetroot extract, which is highly anti-inflammatory, and Slim as well. This is the microbiome activating version that was on the first screen I showed you. So Triplex will have, you can pick this Slim version of Slim, which is not designed to help you stay full, but it does have the same benefits of the fiber and the glucose metabolism. You can select this version or the hunger control version for your Triplex packet or your gut health packet. Before I move on, I'm going to stop my share and ask if there are any questions about Triplex or anything I've said so far.
No, I'd just like to say that when I joined Plexus, I came in for pain. It was just pain, that I had so much pain. I wasn't thinking inflammation. So that was a learning process for me. I just knew I had the joints and the all that joint swelling going on.
Yes.
And so when I found that inflammation is just all over your body, that was real interesting for me, and that I needed to get that addressed. So that was my biggest reason, for joining Plexus. But then having the Triplex combo, that's what I purchased. It did so many other things for me as well, which I didn't come in for that, but it was that all around gut, care, like you said, helping you out with numerous amounts of things, that was affecting your health. And I thought that was just, wow, I'm just getting so much, and came in here for one thing, because I was just concentrated on that area. But then, there you had the weight loss, constipation, and, all of that got improved, sleeping better, having more energy, and your blood pressure, and that was under control. And it was just amazing to me. It was just a win-win to know that all these things were going on, and you don't know what you don't know until for me,
Mm,
that's the way it went for me. You didn't even realize that you didn't know
Right,
what what was wrong with you, and you
right.
needed some help. So I thought, oh, this is amazing.
So
Yeah.
good. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. That's how I feel. I wasn't trying to put my doctors down, but myself as a doctor, I didn't know. I didn't realize the overall impact of inflammation, that it wasn't just in one place, that it was really showing up everywhere in the things that in ways I didn't even realize. Yes, I had achy joints and swollen wrists and things like that, that I was trying to go to this specialist and that doctor and this doctor, and it all got so much. There was so much improvement there. Some things I didn't even realize I hadn't experienced them in, it was 6, 7 months, and I was like, hey, well, what happens to that? And it was just like, wow, I can't even believe
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
So,
that's exactly how it happened for me too.
right.
Clothes started feeling, looser on me, and they even had mentioned that I would probably have to have a rotator cuff, you
Oh,
know, and couldn't lift the arm like that, couldn't go
wow.
up that far. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And I can now,
yes.
so I have put that off. You know, I put that off because I don't need it, like the knee surgery for me.
Hmm.
It was said to me, that I would need knee surgery in order for me to use that right knee. I already had a left knee replacement, and I was dreading having
mm,
the right knee,
Wow.
done.
mm.
So I did not want to have that surgery again. And to God be the glory, because of Plexus, I am sitting here today and have not had that extra surgery. So I give God the
Amen.
praise, the Plexus, and thank God for Plexus, that I didn't have to go through all of that again. And I'm walking fine.
Mm,
Um
Good.
I had given all my heels away to my older kids. I was no longer wearing those heels. And
Mhm.
I started on my birthday of last year. When I turned 70, I got back in heels, 3-inch heels. I'm not going to keep wearing them, of course, but for that particular day, I had nice heels that I was able to wear and walk up and down and just enjoy. And I kept the heels on the entire time I had my 70th celebration. Normally, prior
mm,
to that, I was in flats. I
Wow.
was always in some flat shoes, struggling to walk, holding on to everything that I could, and just being miserable, face all turned a different way. There were no smiles most of the time. If they were fake,
Mm.
mm.
because I was in pain.
Mhm.
So it's hard to hide pain
Right.
when your joints are hurting and you're trying to get around. You're trying to get up, walk, go places, use the restroom. It's kind of funny because at the event it was raining, and I had dropped my umbrella. I'm all dressed up, right? We're just dressed up with these nice dresses and everything on. And Del Rita and Tracy, we were there, so they witnessed everything. And Del Rita had already said to me, she said, Leslie, you don't look good. You're not smiling or anything. I said, Del Rita, I really don't feel well. And
Mm.
Tracy, she's usually, she's just all over the place, helping everybody out, doing stuff. So at that time, she wasn't paying me any attention. So it was at the time that she finally got a chance to sit still. And I said, Tracy, I just don't feel well. She said, oh, so we just started talking about a little bit of stuff. And then after hearing all the testimonies from all of the guests that came in and shared their testimony, I just thought to myself, if it worked for them, this is truly got to work for me. So without hesitation, I just went
Mm.
right ahead, and I just jumped in because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know
Second
what I'm saying? So
time.
I was
Mm.
just done. I
Mm.
was done. I wanted a change in my life because I wasn't used to sitting still, not traveling, not doing things. My grandkids were coming to visit in the summer. I was missing vacations because I didn't want them to not do anything because I couldn't. Who's gonna get here's Nana with them, and they can't go places because she's struggling to walk, So I felt really bad. So I told them to go ahead, just go where you want to go. So they came down twice in the summer and they left me at home by choice. Then they came back, to
Yeah.
visit me. The third time was a charm because when they came back the third time, I was already on Plexus. I was on the supplements. So I had news for them when they said, "Oh, well, we're going so and so in place." I was like, "Oh, yeah, well, I'm going too." And they were like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, because I'm feeling so much better, And I
Yeah.
went on the vacation with them, and I didn't feel like a, baggage, that people had to stop and hold my hand and, help me get up off the sand in the beach or whatever. I went out in the water and I was telling Tracy I even got knocked down. And it shocked me so bad. It shocked me so bad because my grandkids weren't with me. The wave had knocked me down. And guess what, y'all? I got up.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told that story. I got up and I was shocking myself because before Plexus taking the supplements, I would have still been down there. The waves would have
Right.
covered me up, and everybody else would have been struggling to save me to get me up with all the weight and the sand moving around and things like that. So I'm just elated and happy to be
Love that.
part of the Plexus family.
Yes. Grandma Nana was not on the struggle bus. Nana is helping herself out. I love
Yeah.
your testimony. Thank you for sharing that. I am just love to hear the stories like yours and yours I've never heard. So really,
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. It warms my heart. I'm going to go back to the slideshow, and this might be a familiar product for you. If you had some knee issues, a lot of people use Ease. Have you tried it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna start talking about Ease really quick because this is our product of the month. And you can take Ease to help with with healthy joints, for daily discomforts. If you have like a chronic knee issue, or a chronic joint issue, maybe a surgery or something like that, there is a loading dose of Ease. But Ease is what we call an anti-inflammatory. It has turmeric and bromelain and New Zealand green lip mussel to help decrease the inflammation in a more targeted way. So while Triplex is working on your overall inflammation, this would be comparable to, I hate to say it, but something you would buy over the counter as an anti-inflammatory. But what you don't know about those is those harm the gut. A lot of the ones over the counter do harm your gut, and this is gut safe. So it won't damage your gut microbiome. It will complement it. Okay. So it helps with soreness, occasional soreness, or if you do have a chronic issue, this will be that's what you want to take to start to address that and decrease the inflammation if you already have one. Greens is a powder that you can mix in drinks. I wanted to show you the Mega Kids microbiome because they have their own prebiotic drink for the kiddos. They didn't have this at the time. So I used to give Christopher just a little bit of my prebiotic. This came along about a year later, and the kids have their own prebiotic drink as well as their own chewable vitamin. It has a vitamin as well as the probiotic combined, and it is chewable. It's not a gummy and it doesn't have sugar. That's my biggest complaint with a lot of the vitamins on the market. Even the probiotics, a lot of adults, we're eating blocks of sugar. We already know what sugar does to us, to our bodies, let alone our teeth, because the gummy gets stuck in the teeth. So that won't happen with the X Factor kids. Let's see. Plexus started out, this is their first product, the breast check kit. I always like to tell people this because it helps you do your monthly self-exams. BioCleanse is the part of the triplex that we talked about earlier. Now, I didn't want to talk about all of this. Vital Biome is another probiotic that helps with mood and stress. There's specific strains that I use, and it really helps calm a lot of the stress. X Factor Plus is the adult vitamin. So all of these, and Immune Plus is an immune booster. It has your vitamin C, it has mushrooms and antioxidants. The Black rice extract is the same compound that's found in the elderberry that helps boost the immunity. So, um, yes, Plexus is, like I said, the products are made in the US. There's a corporate headquarters in Phoenix, and the products are made here in the States. There is a money return 60-day money back guarantee. If the products if you don't find them satisfactory, you can return the products. And this is if it is an income opportunity, it has been an income opportunity if that's what you're looking for. Just like I said, if you try them out and you find that it's something that, or you've heard something that you find that this could benefit others, I would just implore you to consider sharing, because so many people are struggling with these issues that we all know about, but maybe don't know that there's help. Let's see. I want to get to this slide because the best way to purchase the products to me is a welcome pack. You can join as a VIP customer and you get special savings on a welcome pack. So a welcome pack will be a combination of any of the products that I talked about, or maybe some other ones if you desire to start with some weight loss products, the energy drinks. There's welcome packs that we can design specifically for you, and there's some that are already pre-made. But you get savings of like a 45% savings on your welcome pack versus retail. So the VIP also gives you 25% on all your orders over the next year. And then you get a referral link that as part of being a VI customer, that when you share your link, you can get product credits so that can pay for your products or cash. And thank you. Thought there was another slide, but I guess not. All righty, guys. Questions there? Anybody? Did I say something that brought up any new questions, or anybody want to add? Did I miss anything? Like I said, the ease is the product of, it's not the product of the month. I kind of misspoke there because there's the product of the month. It's something a little bit different, but you can get a free ease this month if you join as a new VIP, you can get a free bottle of the ease anti-inflammatory with a $149 purchase.
That's good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That was awesome. And Leslie, I loved your testimony.
This
This is my first time hearing it as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.